packs 1,548 horsepower straight from the factory floor. It rockets from 0 to 60 in a blistering 1.97 seconds. And it costs a fraction of a European hypercar. But if you live in the United States, you are legally banned from buying one. In fact, you aren't even allowed to import it for a single day. Across the globe, an entire generation of unhinged, factory-stock performance monsters is hitting the streets. Rigs that defy physics, rewrite track records, and make Western legacy brands look technologically ancient. But Washington just drew a definitive red line. Between an ironclad 100% import tariff and a newly finalized federal rule blocking foreign automated vehicle software from the upcoming model years, the U.S. government has effectively declared a total automotive blockade. Regulators aren't just calling them cars anymore. They are calling them surveillance packages on wheels, capable of tracking citizen data. But when you strip back the fierce political warfare, what exactly are they building on the factory floors that has the Western world so absolutely terrified? Today, we look purely at the forbidden technology. Our first forbidden machine doesn't emerge from the design studios of a century-old heritage car brand. It is built from scratch by Xiaomi, a global consumer electronics giant famous for smartphones and smart home tech. For decades, Western automakers laughed at the idea of consumer technology companies building serious, track-focused performance vehicles. But that laughter completely died on the factory floor. Xiaomi poured billions into proprietary manufacturing, creating an advanced die-casting hyperfoundry that clamps complex body structures together with thousands of tons of brute pressure, matching Tesla's structural efficiency. The result of this unhinged tech pivot is the SU7 Ultra, a fully stock, street-legal four-door sedan that has been systematically re-engineered to hunt down multi-million-dollar track specials. Visually, it is an absolute predator, coming standard with a massive carbon fiber rear wing that generates over 600 pounds of aggressive downforce. But the real structural magic of the Ultra lies beneath that aggressive composite bodywork. Xiaomi calls its proprietary in-house electric motor setup the V8S line. It is a deliberate psychological jab at old-school internal combustion power. This triple motor layout features two of these ultra-high-speed V8 electric motors paired along the rear axle. These motors utilize an industry-first carbon fiber sleeve wrapping the internal rotor. This allows the internal engine components to spin at an unhinged 27,200 revolutions per minute. To put that engineering spec into perspective, that is nearly triple the rotational speed of a standard Formula One engine without tearing itself apart from raw centrifugal force. Combined with a third motor up front, this factory stock sedan pumps out a combined total of 1,548 horsepower straight to the pavement. That mechanical output means the SU7 Ultra can comfortably humiliate a Bugatti Chiron or a Tesla Model S Plaid in a flat-out straight-line drag race. But anyone can build a straight-line electric drag missile. To prove this factory stock machine had world-class racing chassis dynamics, Xiaomi targeted the ultimate proving ground. They shipped the platform to the infamous Nürburgring Nordschleife, a brutal 12-mile green hell known for destroying experimental vehicles and breaking world-class drivers. The car didn't just survive. The production model went out and completely shattered the all-time electric four-door lap record, clocking an ungodly 7 minutes and 4.957 seconds. To put that performance milestone in perspective, this factory-backed four-door platform went faster than dedicated track hypercars. To handle that level of violent cornering force without sliding off the asphalt, Xiaomi equipped the stock platform with absolute top-tier race-grade suspension components. The vehicle relies on advanced Bilstein coilovers paired with massive carbon ceramic brake discs that can withstand operating temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius. The Achilles heel of any high-performance electric vehicle has always been thermal management. Push an electric vehicle hard for 2 continuous laps, and the battery overheats into a protective limp mode. To bypass this performance bottleneck, Xiaomi partnered with battery titan CATL to deploy a revolutionary race-spec power cell called the Kylin battery pack. This setup uses an advanced dual-side liquid cooling architecture, placing specialized cooling plates directly between the individual cells rather than just on the top or bottom of the pack. This custom internal configuration expands the core heat dissipation area by a massive 600%, allowing the car to discharge power relentlessly without overheating. Even when the battery pack dips down to just 20% capacity, the system can still discharge over 800 horsepower to the electric motors. And when you finally deplete the cells, its ultra-fast charging architecture means it can rocket from 10 to 80% charge in just 11 minutes. This incredible engineering brings us directly to the dark truth of why this spectacular vehicle is completely locked down by the United States government. Washington's core regulatory fear isn't actually about horsepower, track records, or protecting domestic automotive sales. It is entirely about the vehicle's digital nervous system. Because Xiaomi is a smartphone company first, the SU7 Ultra runs on a deeply integrated operating system called HyperOS, linking the car directly to the cloud. The car behaves like a massive rolling computer, monitoring every camera angle, tracking real-time GPS locations, and constantly uploading driving metrics back to international servers. U.S. commerce regulators finalized rules stating that connected software from adversarial nations poses an immediate national security threat, making the vehicle illegal to operate on American soil. It is a total digital lockdown. If you want to keep tracking the insane engineering behind the world's most dangerous forbidden automotive tech, hit that subscribe button right now. The final crushing piece of the puzzle that has Western legacy manufacturers completely panicked is the vehicle's retail price tag. In its domestic market, this 1,500 horsepower, carbon fiber clad track monster retails for roughly $110,000 US. To buy a comparable performance platform from a legacy Western brand, you would have to spend millions on a boutique hypercar. This extreme price-to-performance ratio creates a financial black hole. Western brands simply cannot manufacture this advanced level of hardware for that low of a cost. The import ban acts as an economic shield, locking out a vehicle that would otherwise disrupt the high-end American automotive market overnight. But while Xiaomi used consumer tech software to terrify regulators, our next forbidden machine took a completely different path to getting banned, by breaking the literal laws of physics. Enter the BYD Yangwang U9. This is not a modified tech project. It is a full-blown, pure electric hypercar built on a cutting-edge 1,200-volt electrical architecture. It features an array of 4 independent electric motors, pumping out a combined 1,306 metric horsepower and a monumental 1,680 Newton-meters of raw torque. This quad-motor configuration allows the factory-stock U9 to obliterate the 0 to 60 sprint in a verified 2.36 seconds, completely clawing its way into elite hypercar territory. But what makes the Yangwang U9 a direct target for global bans isn't just its blistering speed. It is the unhinged artificial intelligence controlling its physical body structure. The car is built upon BYD's proprietary E4 platform, which features the world's first mass-produced fully active intelligent body control system, known as Defier X. To understand why this system is causing regulatory shockwaves, you have to look at what it can physically execute on the tarmac. Traditional hypercars rely on passive or semi-active dampers to control body roll. The Yangwang U9 uses high-powered independent hydraulic actuators at all 4 suspension corners, capable of reacting in milliseconds with an ultra-high voltage discharge. This allows the car to literally jump its entire chassis off the ground from a complete standstill, dancing to pre-programmed audio files. More importantly, the computing system controls individual axle loads so precisely that if a front tire violently explodes at 70 miles per hour, the car can instantly lift that specific wheel hub into the air and continue driving safely on just 3 wheels. It fundamentally invalidates traditional mechanical steering principles by using pure torque vectoring to turn the vehicle. This level of active mechanical autonomy requires a structural core of absolute unmatched strength. To handle the violent kinetic forces of a car that can launch itself off the ground, BYD engineered the world's largest carbon fiber monocoque cabin safety structure. Utilizing aerospace-grade performance carbon fiber, the safety cell is 5 times stronger than structural steel while weighing a mere fraction of the mass. The exterior is wrapped in active aerodynamic panels, including a massive electric rear wing that automatically adjusts its pitch angle based on high-speed telemetry. Even the tires are custom engineered with ultra-high-strength aramid fibers to suppress centrifugal expansion at speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour. It is an absolute masterclass in extreme, uncompromised factory engineering that leaves traditional European supercar manufacturers looking technologically paralyzed. Yet this exact physical brilliance is what makes the U9 completely illegal to operate inside the United States. When Western regulators tore down the blueprints of the DCIS X suspension array, they didn't just see a smooth ride, they saw an uninterceptable data network. The active suspension utilizes an array of advanced laser scanning sensors, high-definition camera grids, and millisecond-level radar telemetry to map out the physical terrain ahead of the vehicle. It is constantly cataloging precise, micro-level physical data of the roadways it encounters. Because the system operates on a high-power cloud-connected computing loop, Western national security experts argue that these vehicles are essentially mapping domestic critical infrastructure in real time. Under the newly enforced connected vehicle restrictions, any automated system capable of independently controlling vehicle kinetics via foreign cloud networks is completely restricted from public roads. Beyond the national security apparatus, the Yangwang U9 represents an existential financial threat to the global automotive hierarchy. BYD has successfully scaled its battery production to such a massive industrial volume that they can offer this full carbon fiber, quad-motor hypercar for roughly $200,000. For comparison, a European electric hypercar with similar quad-motor torque vectoring capabilities will comfortably demand a retail price tag north of $2 million. By utilizing their proprietary lithium iron phosphate blade battery technology, BYD bypassed the expensive supply chains that hobble Western brands. The U.S. government's 100% tariff wall is a desperate economic line in the sand, intentionally designed to keep this high-voltage performance disruption from completely collapsing domestic luxury car sales. The Yangwang U9 proves that the traditional boundaries of automotive chassis design have been completely erased by modern computing. It represents an era where software can instantly override the physical limitations of steel and rubber, transforming a sports car into an autonomous, self-stabilizing kinetic weapon. But while this quad-motor hypercar uses its unhinged active suspension to dominate the racetrack, our third forbidden machine uses a completely different variation of drive-by-wire technology to create an executive luxury experience so stable it borders on the supernatural. Our third forbidden masterpiece shifts focus from the racetrack straight into the ultra-luxury executive boardroom. This is the Nio ET9, a flagship executive sedan engineered straight from the factory floor to challenge the absolute peak of global luxury transport. It utilizes a massive, cutting-edge 900-volt high-voltage electrical architecture, generating nearly 700 horsepower through a dual-motor setup. But the ET9 does not care about drag strip times. It was designed to achieve absolute, uncompromised mechanical isolation for the passengers riding in the rear cabin. To achieve this, Nio developed the world's first fully drive-by-wire chassis system, known internally as the Skyride Intelligent Suspension Network. This system represents the absolute pinnacle of modern ride quality, completely severing the physical connection between the road surface and the passenger cabin. To demonstrate the terrifying stability of this factory-stock chassis, Nio executed a series of engineering tests that went viral across global media. Engineers constructed a massive 4-layer pyramid of fragile champagne glasses completely filled to the brim and strapped it directly onto the front hood of the car. The ET9 was then driven directly over a brutal sequence of consecutive hard speed bumps at high speed. The footage is absolute psychological warfare for legacy automakers. The wheels dance violently up and down over the concrete bumps, but the front hood remains as perfectly level as the ocean horizon. Not a single drop of champagne is spilled. The active hydraulic suspension reacts with such ungodly speed that it completely cancels out vertical kinetic energy before it can travel up into the vehicle's structural frame. The mechanical wizardry behind this ride quality is a fully proactive hydraulic system developed in collaboration with advanced chassis specialists. Each individual shock absorber is paired with its own dedicated high-pressure electro-hydraulic pump capable of adjusting suspension stiffness and ride height multiple times per second. The system is so powerful and responsive that during winter testing, the ET9 was filmed utilizing its active suspension to violently shake its entire body side to side, instantly throwing thick layers of heavy snow off its roof and windows like a puppy shaking off water. This level of active kinetic manipulation is paired with an independent steer-by-wire system and rear-wheel steering, allowing a massive executive luxury liner to maneuver through tight city streets with the agility of a compact hatchback. But once again, this incredible mechanical triumph is precisely why the Nio ET9 is strictly forbidden from entering the American market. A drive-by-wire chassis means there is no physical, mechanical steering column connecting the steering wheel to the front tires. Everything is managed by digital sensors and high-powered electronic control units. U.S. automotive safety regulators and cybersecurity divisions view this architecture with immense suspicion when controlled by foreign software. If a vehicle's literal steering, braking, and suspension dynamics are managed entirely through digital code operating on a cloud-connected network, the vehicle is exposed to remote intercept threats. Under the 2027 model year software regulations, Washington has determined that the risk of automated vehicle control systems operating on foreign source code is a critical vulnerability that cannot be permitted on public highways. Furthermore, Nio has paired this digital chassis mastery with an infrastructural ecosystem that completely eliminates the biggest complaint Western consumers have about electric vehicles: charging times. The ET9 is fully compatible with Nio's advanced automated battery swapping stations. Instead of plugging the car into a wall and waiting for an hour, the driver simply pulls into an automated bay. A robotic system beneath the floor unscrews the entire depleted battery pack and replaces it with a fully charged module in less than 3 minutes. It is an absolute logistical masterstroke that Western infrastructure cannot match. By banning Nio from entering the domestic grid, the U.S. government isn't just blocking a luxury car, they are blocking a completely superior charging paradigm from exposing the limitations of the domestic charging network. The Nio ET9 stands as definitive proof that the luxury automotive landscape has shifted permanently. It combines high-voltage electrical architectures with drive-by-wire chassis stability to rewrite the definition of first-class travel. But as we look at these three incredible machines, from the track-shattering Xiaomi to the physics-defying BYD and the supernatural stability of the Nio, we are forced to confront a massive, uncomfortable truth about the future of car culture itself. The total blockade of these factory stock machines reveals a massive historical shift in the global automotive landscape. For over a century, Western manufacturers held the undisputed monopoly on cutting-edge performance, luxury, and engineering innovation. But the arrival of these forbidden masterpieces proves that the technological center of gravity has officially moved. When an import ban is required to keep consumer vehicles out of a country, it is no longer an issue of public safety. It is a desperate economic shield. Western legacy brands are currently trapped behind regulatory walls, struggling to manufacture comparable high-voltage architectures or active chassis software for anything close to these price points. The Iron Curtain of tariffs and software bans may succeed in keeping American roadways clear of these specific machines, but it cannot stop the global march of engineering innovation. But while the United States government continues to deploy intense digital blocks to keep these high-voltage electric monsters from crossing the Atlantic, a completely different type of engineering battle is brewing right on American soil. Because while the electric vehicle establishment thought they had won the future, the legendary, screaming internal combustion engine just found a terrifying, high RPM way to fight back. To see the exact flame-shooting, 10,000 RPM VAV8 masterpiece that is currently threatening the entire electric vehicle hierarchy, click right here to check out our full breakdown of the absolute savior of internal combustion.